These two are the best camera phones of 2025. But which one is better for you? This video was by far the hardest yet. It just took forever to make. The script was never ready. I was always trying to imitate the other comparison videos because today, flagship smartphones can take incredible photos, and they're each amazing in their own way. And with at least 50% of us watching YouTube from our phones, and the phone screen today does not support 4K resolution yet, not even 2K. So when the majority of us are watching photo comparison videos in a 720p or 1080p resolution, it's very difficult to tell the difference in photo quality, the edges, the sharpness, or colors. So instead of another side-by-side comparison, I'll be playing them to their own strength. I will share with you what each of them are good at, so that you can make a judgment based on your own personal habits and shooting preferences. And I also have a very biased personal conclusion towards the end. Oh, and all images in this video are taken with the phone's own built-in filters. And if you're interested, I will share a Google Drive link containing some of the unedited images so that you can download and play around with. The Vivo X200 Ultra made a very bold and daring move introducing the 35mm focal length, which is very rare in the phone camera because the 35mm is a longer focal length compared to the more generic 23mm, meaning you will need more distance for the light to converge, and that requires a longer and thicker physical lens, which directly contributed to the phone's thicker than usual camera bump. And the 35mm is such a popular focal length among photographers, mainly because it is so versatile, and it is also known as all-rounder for day-to-day use. It is also perfect for portrait mode and my favorite genre, travel photography. And Xiaomi, on the other hand, went with the generic 23mm lens. And in typical Xiaomi fashion, they paired it with a best-in-class 1-inch Sony LYT sensor. So you will immediately feel at home if you're already used to taking photos with the phone. The wider 23mm focal length is perfect when you need to include more things into your shots, for example, landscapes, or when you're in a tighter environment. So when it comes to the main camera, both phones are cream of the crop and have the best cameras out there. The one way to decide which main camera you prefer is based on your own focal length preference. However, if you're unsure, open your own Photos or Gallery app and take a look at some of your recent photos to see if they're taken in 23 or 35mm. And this data can generally be found within the details or information icon within your Photos or Gallery apps. Okay, I'm merging wide angle and telephoto because do you recall when I said that both phones are amazing, but they're also very, very different? The Vivo went down the route of having a best-in-class ultra-wide setup with a very large sensor that is far superior than any other flagship out there. So you're able to achieve outcomes like this. And the Xiaomi went up the route of having two telephoto lenses, which makes the device perfect for zooming in and bringing up that subject. The The comparison here is between the best of ultra-wide versus the pinnacle of zoom. And personally, I feel the X200 Ultra's ultra-wide is slightly more impressive compared with 15 Ultra's telephoto. While both phones are able to shoot in the more advanced 8K resolution, or 4K and 120 frames per second, FPS for short, they went opposite directions again when it comes to slow motion videos, which are becoming more and more popular to create that dramatic and artistic feel. Vivo prioritized resolution. Its 4K and 120 FPS slow motion is a feature that I praised in my X200 Ultra review. While Xiaomi, on the other hand, chose a more niche route. The 15 Ultra slow motion somehow is only able to shoot 1080p, which is not even half of the Vivo's resolution. It's not really a big deal because you can always shoot 4K 120 in the normal video mode and manually slow it down while editing. But in slow motion, Xiaomi is able to capture lesser FPS? No, lesser frame rate? That's the same thing. Lesser resolution, but at a much slower frame rate. It can shoot at 120 FPS, 240 FPS, 480 FPS, and all the way up to 1920 FPS, meaning you can achieve videos looking like this. So if this super slow motion is your thing, the 15 Ultra might be the only phone that is able to pull it off. For the X200 Ultra, 90% of the time I shoot in classic negative. And the Japanese summer filter is by far my favorite. It brings up the exposure and brightness of the photo while adding that warm look that I love. And the film movie filter is a close second, as I want more calm photos or ones with an older look. For the 15 Ultra, I always shoot in Leica Authentic, and the Zenith filter is simply god tier. It increases the exposure and contrast and makes images pop. Another one I'd recommend, especially while shooting in low light, is the dark mist filter, which adds that dreamy effect and adds another layer between the light and dark areas of the photo. Both phones are one of the few that allows you to shoot 4K videos in log modes, which is great for post-editing. And when it comes to post-editing, adding a LUT to the log file is probably the easiest and most time efficient. The 15 Ultra handily comes with the Rec. 709 preloaded, which is an international common standard that enables vibrant and consistent high-definition visuals. But for the X200 Ultra, you will need to download the Rec. 709 manually and load it to the phone yourself, which is not a very straightforward approach. Anyways, I will share a download link to the Vivo official site's Rec. 709 LUT. 4 other small comparisons I'd like to share, which are not that related to cameras, is that 1. The Xiaomi has a simpler and easier to navigate camera UX. 2. The Xiaomi has a louder speaker with more bass. 3. The Xiaomi uses Bluetooth 6.0 compared to Vivo's 5.4. And 6.0 is the latest Bluetooth technology with more accurate tracking, audio performance, and that leads to lower latency. But, lastly, the battery. Even though both phones do get hot with extensive camera usage, the X200 Ultra comes with a bigger 6000 mAh battery over 15 Ultra's 5400 mAh. And if you've seen my previous videos, you will know that the Xiaomi 15 Ultra is probably the Ultra flagship with the weakest battery performance, so you will definitely get more juice out of the Vivo X200 Ultra. Whenever someone asks me which phone is better, I will always have follow-up questions such as how to use your phones and what features are important to you, because it will be irresponsible to provide an answer without knowing your usage habits and preferences. So there you have it. List of strength of both phones. And you can go through them again or start flipping through your Photos app for a few minutes and have a better understanding of your own personal preference before you select your next phone. Me? Even though the Vivo X200 Ultra has a better overall camera setup, I picked the Xiaomi 15 Ultra because I love that 23mm 1-inch main camera. And I cannot live without the Zenith filter. It is by far the one solution-fits-all filter I have ever had. And there are also some other reasons such as overall availability, warranty, and HyperOS improvements that I've covered in my previous video, where I visited the Xiaomi headquarters in Beijing. So check that one out if you haven't. Please sub to the channel and give this video a like if you like this kind of comparison video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.